while I was in here fixing my bug, which was that I should have put a printf here and then filled in my formatting strings with actual variables, I decided to address my problem, which is I've been running this over and over, and the random numbers don't seem to be that random. And you know, the thing about random numbers is when you're generating random numbers using a computer, it's actually kind of difficult, actually impossible, to write a program that will generate completely random number. Like, that's just not what a computer does. There is not. It's very hard to make completely random numbers. So that means that I'm quite likely to get the same sequence of random numbers every time I run my program. So that's kind of a bummer. Fortunately, the random class has something built in to fix that. Let's have a quick look by taking a look in the documentation. Ooh, here's my calendar. For Java, util randoms completely. Okay, here's Java util random. We've been here before. And I'm going to look at what happens when I make a new random. Well, in the constructors for random, this is where I'm creating a new random number generator. This is when I say, as I'm currently saying, random rand equals new random. So I also have an option to put a number in the parentheses, and we haven't seen this very often, the word long, but that stands for a long integer. That is an integer that takes up twice as much space in memory, so you can get than a regular int. Now I'm thinking, depending on the language, and at the moment I can't remember which is true for our current version of Java. Sometimes long int and int are the same thing as each other, but I think that in Java, long is twice as long as an int. It's an int, it's just bigger. Anyway, what this is it takes, and it may say this, is it tries to create more randomness by you sending it a number in here. And hopefully the number that you send it each time you run the program will be a different number. And so usually what people do when you're making a random number generator is you initialize it with a seed, and you make that seed the current time in milliseconds. So it's quite unlikely that you will be repeating, that there will be a repeated value in there from run to run. So here's what it looks like. Instead of just taking the default new random, I'm going to put in here system, oh boy, current time milliseconds, current time millis, what is it? Java system time, there it is. Current time millis, okay. System.current time millis. This should, and that's a method which I'm going to call, so it needs to have an empty set of parentheses after it. Okay, I'm going to save this, Command S, and let's just see if we can get something that's a little more random. One to 10, secret number is 3, please guess a number of 6. That number is too high, super. Let's try it again. 1 to 10, this is false. Now 6, okay, so this is better behavior already. 6, you guessed it. Okay, in the next video we will continue with this and take a look at how we can guess over and over.